Hey guys, welcome to CED's Live from the Show. I'm Stuart Schley. We're at SCTE Cable-Tec Expo 2014. If you remember when television was something we only watched on television, those days are long gone. There's a really exciting transformation underway in television, as you know, and one of the enablers of this video revolution is Envivio. I'm with Arnaud Perrier, who's Vice President of Strategy and Corporate Development for Envivio. Good to connect again.
Good to see you again, sir.
Thanks for taking some time with us. We spoke, I think, last year, and a lot has gone on since then, but let me open with a big picture question. In this multi-screen world we're all hurtling into, what do you see as some of the big trends and the most significant kind of directional changes that are going on?
I think the big news this year for us is cloud video delivery, cloud TV overall. More and more network and edge processing, paired with an emphasis on personalized TV experience. It's all about delivering a video experience that's tailored, customized towards the user on any device, any format.
You see a lot of emphasis on that, obviously, at this show and in the broader television business at large, but what are some of the drivers of that? What's leading us in this direction? Is it devices? Is it what technology can do? Is it consumer habits? What's happening?
I think consumer habits are driving a lot of it. They're expecting to get access to their content on any device just faster, and they want, people have shorter and shorter attention spans. They just want the content that's relevant to them, even the advertising that's relevant to them, right where they need it, when they need it, and that's driving a lot of our business.
So Arnaud, I want to ask you a question about the cable industry itself. I mean, there's a lot of consolidation going on, but it's anything but a monolithic industry. You have operators of all sizes, domestically, internationally. What are you doing for them, and kind of what's your message to them about thinking about the future?
Well, I think one important message we want to give at the show here is that whatever the size of the operator, we have products and services tailored for you to help you deploy and monetize multi-screen video. As a matter of fact, we launched our new Nuage cloud service a month ago, and it's gaining quite a bit of traction. What we can do is offer a turnkey software as a service solution. It's really interesting for the smaller operators who don't have the capex budget to invest in a multi-screen system, or don't have the team or the experience to do it. So we'll do that for them in the public cloud. We can do it as a white label service. They put their logo on it. We'll deliver the video to all most of the devices out there, straight to consumers. And it's a way for them to get to market really fast, without an upfront investment, and compete with the big guys. Right?
I was going to say, because I think often we don't think of a smaller system market when we think of cloud video, but you're relieving them of that investment hurdle or obligation.
Exactly. It's purely opex based. It works in the public cloud. It scales with the number of users. So we think it's a really good model for those guys, to go to market and have a good return on investment. So, and stay competitive. I think it's a key requirement in this business.
Nice, very cool. Arnaud, what's going on at the show for you guys? What are you focusing on or showcasing here at Cable-Tec?
So we're showing a brand new 10-bit 4K P60 live encoding. We're showing extended DRM support from multiple companies. A new application that we call Smart Cloud DVR that lets you actually, it's pretty cool, lets you insert targeted advertising at playback time when a user plays back their personal recording on a certain device. So replace the recorded ads with more recent, more relevant,
even though the video is stored,
ads. That's right.
If I watch it and you watch it, maybe we're getting a different.
You're getting a different ad, based on your preferences, based on your history.
You just talked about HEVC and the 4K. I guess we can't call it a revolution yet, maybe a forthcoming evolution, but you guys, I think, are believers in 4K, right? It's part of your progression, and what are your observations around 4K, and what are you guys doing to sort of enable that world?
Oh, so we've been doing 4K for a year already. I mean, we've been part of the number of successful trials and events, I would say. The first one we've done was for the French Open in France, broadcast by TDF. We've enabled a full-time channel over the air by that station in France called NRJ Hits. it's a music channel broadcast in 4K. And lately we've done the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup in Brazil with Globosat, where we broadcast the last few games, the semifinals and the final, from the Rio data center.
And Arnaud, has it worked? I mean, does 4K?
Yeah, I mean,
is it deliverable?
It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, from Rio, they've sent a 25 megabit stream up to the satellite. The experience was just astounding. And we're showing that the technology is there, to deliver it to consumers.
And then what about on the encoding, or I should say maybe transcoding side with HEVC? That's an emerging technique and technology, but do you see a promising future for HEVC?
Yeah, absolutely. So 4K and HEVC go hand in hand. You need HEVC to achieve the low bit rates that you need to send 4K content over the broadband networks. And so we've worked a lot on the HEVC codec and made it so efficient that you're making the 4K delivery possible commercially, right? So whether it's over telco cable networks, over the top or satellite. But I would say HEVC by itself is also very interesting for the operators. Even for plain high definition content.
Non-4K.
Non-4K content, we see a lot of interest. We think we'll see deployments around early next year over cable networks to next generation gateways, because it drastically reduces the file size when you store assets. You store cloud DVR recordings, for instance, and you also save a lot of network costs when you send that content over the network. So.
If I may sneak in one more question around 4K, because not that many companies have that much experience in it. You guys do. So, yeah. What are your observations around bandwidth requirements in an over-the-top sort of deployment? What kind of throughput to the home do I need to have a satisfying 4K experience?
I think if it's not too difficult, if you're not doing like a sports game, you can fit it into 10 to 12, megabits bytes. So if you have a decent broadband connection, which most of us do now, I think you can get today, a 4K experience. So, as a matter of fact, for the launch of our Nuage cloud service event a month ago in San Francisco, we delivered 4K. We streamed 4K live content.
You shot it and streamed it.
So we had a Sony F55 camera on site, hooked up to our Nuage cloud system. We streamed it in HEVC over MPEG-Dash straight to the brand new Samsung 4K smart TVs, using the app that we generated for the Samsung TVs, and it was all over the top. So
I think we're going to see collectively more content be produced in 4K. I think we're going to see more monitors get sold, and sort of the ecosystem is starting to build, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think most of the pieces are in place. There's not a huge amount of content yet, but I think Netflix already has VOD service in 4K for 2 of their series, right? So there's competitive pressure on the operator side to react. I think the way they can differentiate is with live events in 4K. The stuff that the Netflix of the world can't really do. It's not their business, and also with on demand, of course.
So from targeted ads that pop up on my iPad that are different from his, to kind of the budding ecosystem for 4K, you guys are at the center of a lot of what's going on in video today, and appreciate you taking time during a busy show to kind of go over this stuff with us. Yeah. It's always great to talk to you.
Thanks, Arnaud.
Yeah. Arnaud Perrier and Envivio, thanks for watching CED's Live from the Show. I'm Stuart Schley.